Hi guys. So it's hoodie season in Denver, Colorado. So there's gonna be a lot of like this happening and a lot of videos. And I know people get upset that my video production quality is like mediocre at best, but spoilers, I'm not trying to grow this. This channel just happens to be growing, but I'm not like actively trying to really grow it. So the thought of setting up a studio and getting like really fancy cameras is like very minimal priority. That YouTube money is sad, you guys. YouTube pays like, I would have probably made on all these views like $50 so far. Maybe one day, but right now I'm not that upset about it. If you just came to this channel and this is the first video you've ever seen of mine, you're like, you've already left. So anyway, one of the top questions I get besides like, how do I make $1 million in a year? And it's like, once I figure out how to make $1 million in a year, I'll tell you guys. It's most likely, anyway, I won't rant about that. But the other common question I get is if copywriting is saturated. The short answer, no. I know everybody's talking about copywriting. There's like a million videos on copywriting and how to become a copywriter and a freelance writer, but it's still not a saturated industry. Why? Because the Venn diagram of people who actually like writing copy and the people who are good at writing copy and have good business sense is a very, very tiny amount of people once it's all said and done and that's all put together. Even people who have paid money to go through my entire mentorship course. It's not really a course, it's more of a tailored program based on where you are and where you want to be as a writer. However, there have been a few people who around the halfway mark are basically realizing the extent of what it takes to be a copywriter and all of the effort that needs to go into it, and basically realizing that it's not for them and it's not what they want and it's not what they thought it was. So, I mean, I'm so glad I could help them figure out in 1 month that this is not something they need to pursue and not something they want to pursue. And the main point is that it's not easy to switch your brain from employee mode to CEO basically mode. You need to, if you're a person who needs to be told what to do, freelancing is going to be very hard for you because you have to wake up every day and decide and go to your battle board of what is the top priority, what you need to get done, managing clients, sending invoices, keeping up with people who could be potential clients, and deciding all of this every day. When I've worked for other people and I've had jobs, it is so nice to just go in and there is an entire already to-do list made for you. These are your goals, these are your priorities, do these. As opposed to having to sit down and figure those out and spiral into what's important because everything feels important at the same time and it's a completely different mindset. So in that way, if you're looking to get into copywriting and you think it's overly saturated, and I know I've made a lot of videos on why copywriting is a hard industry to get into, but the truth is it's not saturated if that's something you're scared of. It's wide open all the time for people who know what they're doing and they're good at it and can also self-manage themselves to such a degree. I mean, self-discipline is so... Discipline is the biggest thing. Out of everything, even if you're just a decent copywriter, but you're extremely disciplined and you have the desire to be better, there is so much work for you. There's so much work for you. If I was starting again, and it's still something I continue to do, which is why I do challenges personally for myself. I don't talk about on this channel of like, I'm going to read every day. This is why I maintain a very consistent fitness routine. I work on my discipline all the time, and I think anybody who wants to be a freelancer needs to. If I was starting out, I would look for free 30-day challenges of consistency, and that may not make a lot of sense to people, but from what I've seen and working with writers and working with my own self for all these years, just the ability to stay as disciplined and focused as possible will be the greatest strength you could ever do. So if you want to get into it, you're worried it's saturated, it's not. The industry is dying for good people, dying for good writers. The internet always needs creativity. That's like saying if writing books is oversaturated. On one hand, yeah, there's a ton of books out there. On the other hand, we all really want good books. I love a good book. I love a good new book that's out there to read. So it's never ending. You just have to have the discipline to pursue it and then practice your skills as you go. That's it. Try to keep this video short, you guys. Under 10 minutes. I did it. All right. Bye, guys.